I'm a student of mathematics. I love mathematics. So when I realized that statistics and probability and maths don't lie. I know maths don't lie.
I have a different approach to the market. Trading based on statistics and probabilities.
Apart from the success, financial success that I feel I'm going to achieve, but I'm going to have the most important tool in life, which is the TIMA, time.
You cannot be 100% disciplined when you take decisions all the time. You only need one bad move, and that can ruin everything. Rasheed, again, thank you for being here in this interview. It's not really easy because so many people they just don't want to show on camera, and it's absolutely nothing wrong with this. All right. So really, I really appreciate that you give us this interview and tell us about your experience with trading busters. First of all, Rasheed, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how old are you? What you do or what you did for a living? Where are you from? Some information we would really appreciate.
Yeah, my name is Rasheed Adilo, and I'm currently in the UK at the moment, but I'm a Nigerian, and I have been in academia, and I've been into business as well. So I've been into a couple of things actually, but here in the UK, I was a student. I'm now a graduate, and I'm working full time here as well in the UK. So that's me.
How old are you, Rasheed?
I'm 42 years.
All right. So basically, you have a job right now, and you also do like trading part time, yes, or do trading beside this?
Yeah, since 2013, I've been trading part time.
Great. So, Rasheed, let's start, let's say, from the beginning. Like, how did you discover me? How did you discover Trading Busters, actually?
Yeah. It's still you because Trading Buster is George. George is Trading Busters. I was just going through YouTube on a certain day, and the advert actually got my attention. Boom! I love.
That was a crazy ad,
It was a crazy ad. I was like, what is this? I actually wanted to see till the end what the advert really entailed. Because I've never seen that kind of advert, like just a Superman coming out of nowhere, boom, and measuring candlestick, something like blowing. I've watched it over and over more than 50 times. I love the advert. so when I saw it, yeah.
It was from the beginning, because we started this Trading Buster project around 1 year ago, and I was thinking, I have a different approach to the market, trading based on statistics and probabilities, and I was thinking, look, I want to do something different with the ad also, because all the ads are, flexing Lambos, Ferraris. I'm gonna teach you how to make money and all this stuff. So to be honest, I didn't really want to grab that type of people into my community, just flexing off with the cars and money. And I wanted something different. I wanted to attract people, that are not just looking for money, but I want to show them also that we are different. Something else, something funny. And I knew that, look, if people will interact with this ad, I really like to, have these people in my community, see me, maybe even, going to the mentoring program after that. So that's why, we got a full team of, a video team and all this stuff, and managed to make that ad that so many people enjoyed and had a good feedback about the ad. And that's like measured candlesticks. That was like,
it was really fun because I'm that kind of a person. I've been, I told you I was involved into so many things. I was a motivational speaker as well in Nigeria. I coach people, I train them. I've been a trainer, in academia. I've lectured for for some time. So, seeing him talking, it was on top of the game. So I was really impressed. And coupled with the fact that he mentioned something that you don't need to trade all day. I've not made money, but I've really lost for so many years. As in, I've lost in a span of over a decade, I've lost over $40,000. I've lost so much money. Yeah, I've lost so much money. So okay, man. Thank you. It's been all right. Thank you. Bye. It's been a rough journey. So I just when I saw it that just need to spend little, I'm a student of mathematics. I love mathematics. So when I realized that statistics and probability and maths don't lie. I know maths don't lie. So for that fact, I just told myself, okay, let me give it a try. Let me see what's going to happen. So in my first interview with I'll remember his name now. 1 second. He's been a great guy. I'll remember Banner. Yeah. No, no, it's not Banner. Sorry, it's Razvan. Razvan.
Okay.
Razvan. So when I spoke with Razvan, so um, I, he really, he was really talking from the heart. So I took him as my friend actually, and from there, though I didn't have the money, but I had to look for it. Anyhow, I had to look for it, and it's been a wonderful journey from
Yeah,
day
because
one.
even with this one-on-one call,
Yeah,
before joining the mentoring program, I really want, like it was from the beginning with that ad, and then with this one-to-one call. I really want in this mentoring program only people that I know that I can help them, only people that are fully informed what we are doing here. I want people to take decisions and after that be like full into this with no doubts or stuff like that. That's why I don't put the mentoring program advert on the website that, everybody can buy it. Because I believe that if I will do this, of course, uh, I may make more money with this service, like selling services, but the quality of the people that are joining the mentoring program, it will drop a lot. And
yeah,
also, the success rate of the people in the mentoring program will also drop. So I'm not really
yeah,
looking into this. It's not at all about the quantity, it's all the time about the quality. That's why we have this filtering, filter with like having a one-to-one Zoom, explain everything so everybody can ask questions. So you can see with what type of people you are dealing with.
yeah,
This approach increased a lot the success rate of the people that are joining the mentoring program. Because like you saw, it's an entire process. It's not like you buy something, you watch some
yeah,
videos,
yeah,
that's it. Uh,
yeah,
just about this, just 1 second because my microphone
yeah, you're my-
now should be fine. Uh, it's not just about watching some videos, I mean, like, not at all. So, Rashid, tell me, what problems did you try to solve in the beginning? Because you say that you did trading, you lost how much? You say $40,000,
$40,000. I lost count
and
actually. Lost count.
just once. Can you say something now, please?
Yeah, yeah. Hello.
All
Can you
right,
hear
good.
me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Oh,
So you say
beautiful.
you lost even more than
Over,
$40,000,
yeah, more than, far more than, but I lost count eventually.
and
So,
it's about it's probably about years, like because I've been in that situation also. I lost 100K 6 years ago, but it was not just about the money. It was about how much time I actually lost. It was
yeah,
like
yeah,
everything I worked for those 5 years was, to build a trading career. And when I lost
yeah,
those 100K, I literally lost like everything, dreams and everything else, because at that point it was not easy to get pro firms accounts
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
get back the 100K, let's say, after you pass the 500K $500 challenge. So it was quite hard. So I really understand how you felt. Tell me, what problem did you try to solve in the beginning, before joining the mentoring program, Rashid?
No, one thing I've always wanted is to have financial freedom. Not only me, to actually spread financial freedom. That has always been my dreams because I've given myself a certain target. Actually, give myself 40 years, but I'm past 40 years now. So actually living free without, thinking or having money troubles. But when I met Trading Busters, um, I re-edited that dreams. I also set target for myself again now that between this certain amount of years, I'm going to, attain that financial freedom because with this trading um, probabilities and statistics now, I think I am on that right path. And one beautiful thing that I've always wanted was, being in academia, I love to make researches. And if the conventional Forex strategy is either you choose Forex or any other thing, trading Forex will actually take away your life. It will just be you and the screen. And eventually you are depreciating mentally, you are depreciating socially, and every part of your new life, as in LY life, socially, mentally, whatever, you understand. So seeing the advert, I realized that, oh, if I could trade like 10 minutes a day, then I'll be free. Then it makes a whole lot of sense. So it won't have to disturb my personal ambition in life. You understand? So that was the number one thing, apart from the success, financial success that I feel I'm going to achieve, but I'm going to have the most important tool in life, which is the TIMA, time, because that is the only factor that will take you from here to there. Because if you see the here is HERE and there is THERE, the T is very, very important, which is the time. So because I could get the old time and using the concept and still being engaged in the trading activities that I've loved for over a decade, I felt this is the right plug and play. So that was why I did all my best to come into the mentorship, and I'm glad I did.
Let me have you here, Rashid. And if you ask me right now, uh, maybe can come and tell me, look, George, you can make like double the money that you are making right now in trading, but you need to trade like you traded like 6 years ago, sitting like hours and hours in front of the screens, taking decisions, stress yourself, and all this stuff. I would say a big no. A,
Yes.
a big no, because that's
Yeah.
not life. I
Yeah,
mean, like
that's not life.
trading, freedom is not about just financial freedom.
Yeah.
It's not just about making money. Freedom is mean
Yeah.
basically to make money, but also have the time to spend those money.
Yeah.
And not just spend money, but enjoy life.
Yeah.
Something else that come with time. With time, basically, you have the opportunity to think to other businesses, to
Yeah.
develop other source of income.
Yeah.
So that's why nothing can compare with this type of trading concept, because this type of trading concept, it doesn't matter what you are doing, you're still going to trade like 5, 10, 20 minutes per day. So with the rest of the time, think about the whole day. Like, think about me now, that I'm only trading like 10 days per month. All right. So the rest of the time is basically time that I can, either spend with like my family, enjoy things that I like to do on a daily basis, but not just that, because it starts getting boring at some point. All right. So this gave me the chance to also stay with Trading Busters community, take care of the funding dynasty business, and develop other type of source of incomes, real estate, and so many more. Because
Yeah.
why? Because I have the time. I have time. I still have a source of my main source of income, which is trading, and nothing gonna change. I don't need to put more time into that. Just increase the capital and make more money. Simple as this. but also give me the time to do so many other things. So that's financial. That's freedom. With that big, free, you have time to do so many other things. Because at that point, maybe you've been in the exactly same situation, like you said. That's like mental. You're not going to resist, even if you make money, like I did, because in the end, at that point, I managed to make money. Lost everything after that. Yes, but I managed to make money at that point, out of trading months and months in a row. Lost everything in the end because of the discipline and stuff like that. But you cannot be 100% disciplined when you take decisions all the time. You only need one bad move, and that can ruin everything. So that's why I developed this trading concept, because put me in a position to never take decisions. So if I never take decisions, then I don't have any problem with discipline, because discipline disappeared totally from the equation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So it's not just about money, guys. It's also about the time that you
freedom.
put exactly to develop even other businesses and make even more money and so on.
Yes, and another thing that actually made me glued to this system is because I actually have a system, a personal system that I've always wanted to help people financially. It took me 7 years to build that system. And it's just like a referral kind of system, sort of. And it's a system that it will not thrive unless I have another system that can give me at least 7 to 10% profit every month. If I don't have such a basic system, that other system cannot thrive. Then it will become a Ponzi. And I don't want to run a Ponzi in my life. I want I want a legacy that will live after me when I die, that my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren will inherit. So if I wanted that particular system of mine to thrive, I must not look for a fake system. I must look for a real system that can work. So when I saw Trading Busters, I realized that this is a system that I've been looking all my years. I started designing that plan since 2009, and I finished that plan in 2015 or 2016, thereabout. It's a complex system. The system is there, but the foundation was not there. I needed a foundation. So when I saw Trading Busters, I realized that I must wake up that dream. I never gave up for once. That was why I clicked into Trading Busters. I needed something that I know that every month it can, at least I can make consistently between 7 and 10%, and even more. I just had to, use worst case scenario. I just use worst case scenario, because with discipline, with what's it called, with this system, trading for a few minutes a day, oh, the sky is your starting point. And I've started to see that. So that's why.
So, like, again, get back. This type of trading concept give you the chance to also concentrate on other businesses.
Yes,
so
exactly.
many other stuff, and give you the financial power, to put money in other businesses and all this stuff. I'm like, for me, I'm very passionate about real estate. It's one of my passion. So money that I'm getting out from trading, I use them in real estate. So basically, like any other thing, money makes money, and just like that.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because,
can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right. Yes, go ahead, please.
Because trading give us, not just some evaluation, because you can hear a lot of people, on TV. Oh, that guy has like a fortune of $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, but they are just, only evaluation. When it's come to trading, we are basically working with liquid money. So this liquid money give us a chance to do so many other things. Like, for example, me, real estate, it's something else when you go and do something with like cash, direct cash. You can
Yeah.
get better prices and all this stuff. And you can do so many other things.
I can't hear you. See me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Good. I have some problems with my microphone. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you now.
So it's
But
all
I
good. Can you hear me?
but I can't see you. But I can only hear you. Will
You
you
can't
pause the
see me.
video?
Uh, can you hear me and can you see me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Mm, I don't know why. So my camera is on.
Oh, I don't know why it's not. Okay, yeah, I can see you now.
Okay, great, great.
Sorry, yeah.
Good. No worries. Yeah, so that's trading based on statistics and probabilities. 10 minutes a day, create a source of income, and be able to develop so many other businesses
Yeah,
around this in
yeah,
years to come. Because it's not a plan that is not something that you plan for a few months, 1 year, 2 years, and so on. It's something that you can plan for like 10 years, 20 years, and so
yes,
on.
yes.
I mean, you can do trading. It doesn't matter how old are you, where are you from, and
Yeah,
all this type of stuff.
exactly.
Great. So, Rashid, tell me, where did you get the most value about working with me and with Trading Busters?
I didn't get the question, please.
Where did you get the most value working with us? Like, what do you think it was? The thing that you appreciate the most since you work with us.
Is the mentorship style. It's the mentorship style. That's what I love most because you have the chance to tell your mentors what you feel, your opinions, and they get to give you feedback. That's what I enjoyed most.
Yeah, I mean, like in the beginning, I said this has been times I have the possibility, more a lot of people, because with us come traders with a lot of experience, even 15 years, people that had even trading floors, and
Mm.
they don't really, want to do homeworks and all this stuff. But I really believe in this. I believe that it's a higher percentage if people are do homeworks and all this stuff of succeed. So
Yeah,
that's why people that are watching us need to understand that it doesn't matter how much experience you have in the market, you're
yes,
still going to get through the exactly same process from the
exactly.
homework one to the last one, because this make you to put in a position to pay attention, not watch the videos just like a Netflix movie. You need to pay attention because you have to do the homework after that. And if you didn't pay attention, you will not be able to do the homework.
Yeah,
And what Rashid also say about the mentor is that you can book a Zoom meeting. You can ask, you can get a direct answer, or you can book a Zoom meeting with your mentor. There is no limited number of Zoom meetings and, you know, stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So, and that gives you a whole lot of feedback, which is the most important thing in this mentorship program. It's a wonderful one. It's just like a school, school of forex trading, which, as far as I'm concerned, with my years of experience in forex, I think the method is the best. I must say, the method is the
the
best.
chance to get direct feedback, I mean,
Yeah.
for me, this is feedback for me is very important because feedback
Yeah.
can help you out grow very fast.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have feedback, you need to realize yourself all the mistakes, all the things that you did wrong, all the things that you can
Yeah.
improve. But when you get the feedback from someone that is already there and get feedback after each meeting, after each homework and everything, you don't need to spend like even not even months, but maybe even years of like making
Yeah.
mistakes and all this stuff. Because probably you saw Rashid. Like if I'm going to give you access only to the videos, that's it, without a mentor and everything else, people would not really succeed in the exactly same way.
Yeah.
Because maybe you can go to the online course, watch the videos, you don't understand something, you're not able to get feedback, you are not able to see conditions, to get so many other things. So that's why people succeed in such a huge number because of this, full package of the mentoring program.
Yeah. That's one thing I see, and it's really awesome. I don't know if you're still going to ask me a question about what I've learned in the program. If you're still going to ask me, then I'll wait. But if it's not part of your question, maybe I can just tell you.
It is. We can talk about that now. So it's no
All right.
problem.
I think what I've learned practically is consistency in this, because it happens to me. I'll talk more about it outside after we talk one-on-one after the video. I think consistency is key here in statistics and probability. And if everything you do in life, consistency is key. Because one thing I've realized is in my final homework, final assignment, I had throughout the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, some of my peers actually had a win rate of over 90, 92%, 93%. They have wonderful win rate. But having wonderful win rate doesn't mean that you win every day. That's where consistency comes in. So, so if you decide that, oh, you want to trade, maybe on Monday, it has about 9 something win rate, and you're so sure that, oh, Mondays, because I have 9 something win rate, let me go all out on Monday. It might be shocking that you might actually lose that trade on that very Monday, as an example. So if it is consistency, if you are consistent about what you do, how you trade, you are so sure that even if you don't win on Monday, you can win on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you may not win on Friday. The following week, you can win the whole straight 5 days. So those are the things I've learned about it. But in as much as what why I don't feel really concerned if I lose a particular trade in trading bus, that is because I've not spent so much time. Unlike in my holding old ways of trade, I might actually stayed more than 7 hours watching candlestick patterns, watching the RSI, watching different indicators, and eventually I still lost. So it will just be to me like I've wasted the whole day achieving nothing. But here, for one particular trade, it doesn't take me up to 1 minute before I can pick a trade. I'm that fast. It doesn't take me 1 minute. It doesn't take me 1 minute at all. Pam. I'm done with one trade. And I just told myself, I think 2 days back, that I was going to focus on just 5 pairs and 5 pairs alone. I don't want to care all other pairs. I don't care. All these 5 pairs, because I know that if I trade these 5 pairs a week, at least each of them gives me at least 3 wins. I don't need 5 wins. If they can give me at least 3 wins, some give me 4 wins. So if I can concentrate on this 5 pair, and the lesser number of pairs I have, the more number of correct trades I can pick, and less number of time I can use in setting them up. So I'm concentrating on those five. I just told myself on those five, and that will be good. And I will make sure that I do them every day. Because one thing I realize is if I trade today and I make profits, I trade tomorrow, I make profit. Next tomorrow, I may decide not. I make loss tomorrow, and I felt like don't let me make trade next tomorrow. And I make trade next tomorrow. I now make loss. I decide to make it up the following day. I make I make loss. So in the sense that the days I decide not to trade, I make profits. The day that I trade, I make loss. Just be like, why are you not consistent? If you are consistent every day, the number of my wins is far more than the number of my losses. So the consistency has to be there for me to be regular. So that was why I streamlined my peers up to just five, and I'm focusing on them. And of course, your status among those peers. So I'm so glad this I didn't have before. I didn't have this concept before. I didn't have this idea before. But with trading statistics and with statistics and probabilities, actually gave me that streamlined idea to actually do that. So it's helpful. It's helpful for me in all manners of ways of my personal trading, which I believe that it will help every other person, no matter your experience in trading, no matter the number of years you've used. The only thing is just try as much as possible, abandon the old idea, bring in this new idea, and use it 100%, and you're not going to regret it.
You just say here, Rashid, yes, especially let's talk about what you say regarding the time, uh, because I've been there also, sitting like 7 hours, like you say, stick 7 hours in front of the charts. And after 7 hours of looking at charts, struggling, of trying, ended up with a loss. That's like a huge hit. Think about it. You
Yeah,
just spent 7 hours and you still lose
exactly,
money. But now, when you spend, like you say you trade 1 minute because, identify the trade, that's it, and place it, and then that's it, nothing else. When you get a loss,
exactly,
it, that's it. You just spend like 1 minute in getting that loss. Think about this: 7 hours,
exactly,
and you still get a loss. 1 minute, and you
exactly,
get a loss. So it doesn't matter how much time you are spending in front of the chart. If it's a
exactly.
loss, it's a loss. But at least we spent 1 minute and we got a loss. In the other type of trading of traders, spend maybe even 10 hours per day and they still lose money,
You
right?
still
Because
lose money. Yes,
it's not at all about how much time you spend in front of the charts. This doesn't equal with the profitability or stuff like that. The other
exactly,
side, what you say, the other thing, what you said regarding the consistency. Consistency, it's everything. And reducing the number of pairs, already. I mean, like, I'm trading US 30, only one pair. Okay, you make less R. Or let's say maybe if you trade like more pairs, because I used to trade 27 pairs, all right, Forex pairs, all of them. So
mm,
if you trade more pairs, your win rate most of the time is gonna drop.
yeah,
You will make in the end more R at the end of the month, that's for sure. But what's going on is that if your win rate is lower, that means you need to reduce your risk because you'll get more negatives to a larger negative strikes. So you are
yes,
forced to trade at a lower risk in order to not blow your account or getting big drawdowns. So if you trade less pairs but you have a higher win rate, that is going to allow you to use a higher risk than normally, which is mean in the end of the month, even if you make less R profit, you'll make more money because your risk was higher than normally.
yeah,
Higher, I mean higher than normally, right? Not high risk, guys. It's not about high risk. It's about the risk that the strategy will allow you to take.
yeah.
So everything is about consistency. That's why, I'm not trading anymore like 27 pairs. It was quite a lot, maybe a lot of money. Okay, I'm not complaining about this, but I'm making now even more money because I have more capital. That's something else. Only trading Dow Jones, which is US 30. So yeah, that's trading, guys. With years and years, you'll make more money, but spending even less time in front of the charts, trading even less pairs,
Exactly,
just because you have more capital. It's simple as this. More capital in trading means more money, nothing else. You don't need to trade more. You just need to have more capital.
exactly.
Simple as this.
And which is the best?
Yeah, because it's very scalable with the help of so many prop firm in these days. Of course, there are, some scam prop firms also. We cannot escape of them. But the thing is, you need to grab as much capital for as many prop firms as possible, so you never get in a situation to not have enough capital.
Exactly, which is the best, which makes it a wonderful thing to have. I think Trading Buster has opened my eyes to so many things. These are just part of it, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm so
Because
grateful for that.
we are
Yeah.
about the practice thing, okay? Theoretical things, theory, everybody has theory. Everybody that can read a book, they can talk about trading and, all
Yeah.
this stuff. But here at Trading Masters, everything we are teaching is about my experience. So it's not what I'm thinking, it's about what I did, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what is working for me, and why that's it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very good. I must say thank you very much for the initiative. It's a wonderful one. It's a great one, and it's so awesome. I must say. I must say.
Right.
It's a very, very great one.
Thank you very
Oh,
much for the interview, Rashid. I really, really appreciate that you took your time to give us an interview, and so many other people will also appreciate because it's something that you can learn before making any decision to see how it's inside the mentoring program.
yeah. Yeah, I really benefited from it, and I'm grateful that I was part of it. I'm really grateful. It's been awesome. I learned so many things. I learned so many things, and I can't stop talking about it to my friends. I can't stop talking to about. In fact, many of my friends are joining soon. Many of them are joining soon, very, very soon.
Thank you for the
So just
recommendation, Rashid. We have a lot
oh
of members in the community just from recommendation, friends that have group friends that are trading together, have funded accounts together, and all this stuff.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Thanks again, Rashid. Really appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Traders, I hope you enjoyed the video and saw how profitable it is to trade based on statistics and probabilities. It took me years to develop this new trading concept, and now thousands of traders are using it and make daily consistent profits. But don't take my word for it and see for yourself. If you want to level up, you can join my free Telegram community. Our members have exclusive access to trading webinars, live Q&A sessions, and proven trading tips that actually work, all for free. We also have a premium mentorship program where I work with traders one-on-one and teach them everything I've learned in 10 years of trading. It's wild. And that's about it. Don't forget to follow us online and to like, share, and subscribe. You will find all the useful links in the description below. See you in the next video.